All right, so we're about to review the follow-up to Batman, which is Batman Returns. When I first came across that they were doing this movie, I was in Hills, like when that was still a store. I mean, some of you remember Hills. If there's younger people watching this, then you probably don't know what it is. It is Walmart of the '90s, like in a way. So I was in Hills, and then there was a television, um, and I forgot where it was, but it was like near the entrance. And right when I walked near it, I saw that they were playing a preview for Batman Returns, and I'm like, holy shit! I just stood there and watched it replay the entire time. I stood there for about like maybe at least a half hour. I just stood there watching like oh man, I was really, really stoked for that movie to the point where I wanted Happy Meals from McDonald's for the movie. I wanted action figures for the movie, and I thought Batman suit looked really flipping awesome in the movie. And man, looking back on it, yeah, that movie was really dark. That's probably the darkest movie of this franchise, and I think that's what spooked a lot of parents. Like, oh my god, why do they have this movie? I mean, my kids are gonna watch this movie. Why? I mean, my parents weren't in league of that at all. I mean, me, me and my dad went to go see it, and before that, me and some of my friends went to go see it. I think one of their parents, one of their moms, took us to see it, and we enjoyed it. And when me and my dad went to see it, we enjoyed it too. It wasn't like, oh, this is too much. No, 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 you shouldn't be watching this movie. But I mean, I was cool with it. I mean, yeah, they did make the Penguin a bit dark and really gritty, and it has a very Tim Burton feel to it. Like this entire movie, and it feels more like a Tim Burton movie than a Batman movie. But I still enjoyed the fuck out of it. I mean, I thought Catwoman was done really well, and I thought the Penguin was done really well, and I thought Michael Keaton was even better in this movie than he was in the first Batman movie, and I just had a really really fun time with it, and I just loved how the movie played out. I mean, it was an awesome Christmas movie. I mean, it's set during the holidays. I mean, for crying out loud. So yeah, I mean, it was an awesome Christmas movie, and it was my introduction to Christopher Walken. I never seen him in any other movie until this came out. Like, oh, okay. So, and and I had a pretty ridiculous crush on Michelle Pfeiffer when I saw her in this role. I was just like, Catwoman now. But yeah, I have to say this is definitely a strong movie, and this was the last of its. I think this is the last of its prime. Like where it's like a lit candle and it's still lit, and this is the last time it's lit in all of its glory. And then from there on, the franchise continued with a blown out candle. And but I had no problem with how dark and gritty it was, and I mean, yeah, especially when it came to the Penguin, it was really like, little graphic, of how of him biting someone's nose and munching on raw, like a raw fish, like, and everyone is just like, and yeah, and also Batman killed again. I think he killed someone with his Batmobile. He set someone on fire. I mean, he could have still been alive and taken into police custody. But there's a big dude, this big bald headed guy, and he's like, "Come on, go ahead, hit me." And then he hits him, and he's just like, and he's ready for more punches and shit. And Batman places a bomb on his belly, and he's like, and he knocks him down, like a basement or whatever, or he knocks him in the sewers or some shit, and then blows up. He fucking killed him. I told you. I mean, for those of you who are like, yeah, Superman kills, Batman never killed anyone. Meh, meh, meh. He killed in this movie, just like he killed in the first one. uh, but yeah, it's just something that I pointed out. I mean, like that death really stood out to me. Like, yeah, Batman really fucking killed him. What? uh, but this movie was great, and man, it's been a while since I've seen it. I mean, like I feel old, like knowing that it came out like 2 decades ago. I'm like, oh my gosh. I can't believe it. It feels like I just seen it yesterday. That's how much time flew. It was a great addition to the franchise. So, with that all being said, this gets a 4 out of 5 chair spins. 1, 2, 3, 4. And both characters, Catwoman and Penguin had pretty awesome character development. Catwoman had more of an origin story, and Penguin, yeah, he kind of did too, but Catwoman had more of an origin story, and no one outshined each other. It was like 50-50 with the two, and I really liked that. And my Catwoman was my favorite part of the movie, and I liked the dynamic that she shared with Batman, how they're just fighting and they're flirting and fighting and flirting again. I'm like, oh, come on, just get a room, you two. So it was phenomenal. But yeah, leave your comments down below. Let me know which movie of this franchise, this Batman franchise, is your favorite. And if you enjoyed my review, thumb up this video. Make sure you click subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.